What is happening, everybody? I am the Architect, and today I am coming at you with another video. Similar to my last top 5 video of best manga that I read in 2020, this time I'm counting down the top 5 manga that I want to collect in 2021. Now, as I mentioned before, 2020 was the year that I started my manga collection, and as you can see, I've just hit the ground running with this hobby. Usain Bolt levels of speed with the reckless spending. And I'm pretty happy with the way my collection is and the stuff that I've collected, but there are still a ton of different series that I want to get my hands on next year, and that's what I'm going to be talking about today. But before that, if you're new here, I post weekly manga-related videos, so if you're interested in that sort of thing, hit the like button and then go ahead and punch that subscribe button. Just punch it. Just kidding, kids. Don't punch stuff. Unless it's that subscribe. But you know what? Just don't punch anything. A light tap will do just fine. Just a little poke, even. Down in the description, you'll find my Right Stuff affiliate link, as well as links to Twitter and Instagram and my other social media, all different ways that you can support the channel in other ways than just watching. But if you want to just watch and chill, I'm cool with that too. Now, much like the other list, there is one rule to this. I will not be including series that I've already started collecting. I have a bunch of single volumes to series, but I'm not including any of those because, I mean, they just don't qualify in my opinion. I only want to talk about series that I'll be starting fresh in 2021. With that being said, there are two honorable mentions for this one. One of them being the Dragon Ball Z box set. Now, I bought the Dragon Ball box set pretty early on when I started collecting, and Dragon Ball has always been one of my favorite anime. I've just been a huge fan for years. So it was always going to be on my radar. Now, the reason I'm not including it on the list is because, while in the West, Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z are sold as separate series, it's all part of the same manga series. It's Dragon Ball, 42 volumes in all. It's one continuous series, even though we split it up here. So because I already have the first 16 volumes with the Dragon Ball box set, I've technically started collecting it, and so technically it doesn't qualify. So that's just, it's my own rules, man. I make the rules here. And the other honorable mention is this little series right here called Gantz. Now, obviously, I'm not including this on the list because I already have the first omnibus for this series. But I'm really contemplating what I'm going to do with this series next year, how I'm going to collect it. I could go ahead and buy the other 4 omnibuses for this, and then wait for Dark Horse to release the next one, if they ever do. But I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to go ahead and buy these and then wait forever for number 6, or if I want to try to get all of the singles, which is a tall task these days since the singles are completely out of print, hard to find. When you do find them, they're ridiculously expensive. I mean, it would be a challenge, but kind of a fun challenge, kind of like a scavenger hunt kind of thing. So I think I want to do that. It's not impossible. I do know of a couple of Mangatubers who do have complete collections for Gantz. Otaku Modus and the Prom G come to mind immediately. So it wouldn't be impossible for me to do that. I would just have to maybe shell out a little extra cash for some of the volumes. I don't know, man. I haven't decided yet. I just wanted to mention Gantz because I really enjoyed these first 3 volumes here, and I want more Gantz. I'm just kind of stumped on how I want to collect it, and so I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out next year. So now that that's done, we can hop into the actual list now. So number 5 on my list of manga I want to collect in 2021 is Bleach by Taito Kubo. Now, Bleach is one of the big 3 in shonen manga, along with One Piece and Naruto. I do have a little bit of One Piece, haven't gotten Naruto, and obviously haven't gotten Bleach. But I did watch the Bleach anime religiously, like in middle school and high school, back before the days of streaming sites and Crunchyroll. It was the days of Pirate Bay and LimeWire, just a real wild west of the internet. Oh God, LimeWire. Like, I would download packs of 10 episodes and then wait the 5 hours it would take on a slow connection, watch all 10 episodes, delete those, and then download another 10. How I didn't infest my parents' computer with viruses, I'll never know. But I kind of fell off the series around episode 100, and don't know why. I don't remember much about the series. I know little bits and pieces, but honestly, I don't remember a whole lot. And so by getting into Bleach now, it would be almost completely fresh for me. So what better way, instead of getting into the anime again, to get into the manga? And so, you know, I've heard stories about the ending of Bleach. Some people believe that the last arc or 2 shouldn't even count, that at some point it just becomes trash, and that it was rushed, and it was all kinds of stuff behind the scenes and whatever. That's why I'm not going to like collect it all at once. I'm going to maybe get the first box set, and if I enjoy it, then I'll get the second box set. But it is on my list of things to collect next year, and yeah, I do want to get into it because I remember enjoying the anime a lot when I was younger, so I'm excited to get into the manga finally. Now, number 4 is a manga series that I don't think gets talked about nearly enough, and that is To Your Eternity by Yoshitoki Oima. Now, if you watch my other video, then you know that my number 1 best manga that I read in 2020 was Oima's other series, A Silent Voice. And it was absolutely fantastic, a masterpiece in my opinion, a short, 7-volume series that spawned, in my opinion, one of the greatest anime movies of all time. And recently Oima has been working on this other series that I don't hear a lot about. But the stuff that I do hear about it is extremely positive. And so what I can gauge is that this series is criminally underrated. So I really want to get into it and just start reading it. I know it's a longer series than A Silent Voice, so there's more to get into. But I really want to see what else that she did, because I love The Silent Voice. It was great. 10 out of 10 for me. Absolutely mind-blowing. I'm just really excited to see how good To Your Eternity is, and so it's high on my list for next year. Now, coming in at number 3 is a series that would become my first sports manga, Slam Dunk by Takehito Inoue. Now, aside from being a manga fan, I am a huge sports fan, specifically basketball. I love watching it, love playing it, and actually not half bad at it. And when it comes to basketball manga, the one I hear about the most is Slam Dunk. In fact, a lot of people believe that Slam Dunk is the best sports manga of all time. Now, Haikyuu fans, chill, okay? It's not that serious. Now, it's another series that I heard is kind of hard to get your hands on. It's either out of print or going out of print or something along those lines. But, I don't know, man, as a sports fan, I want to eventually read a sports manga, and that just seems like a good start for me. Me already being a fan of basketball, being a fan of manga, it just seems like the perfect marriage of my two favorite hobbies. And it's a pretty long series. I heard it's like 31 volumes, so it might be like Gantz. It might take a while for me to get them all, but anything is possible. Anything's possible! Now here for number 2, we are sticking with Takehito Inoue with his samurai manga, Vagabond. Now, for the longest time, I've heard Vagabond mentioned alongside Blade of the Immortal as one of the greatest samurai manga of all time. And I think it's still ongoing. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll probably put like a thing down there. If I'm right, then I'll probably just say, yo, I'm right. And it's just fascinating to me that the same guy who came up with one of the greatest sports manga of all time also wrote one of the greatest samurai manga of all time. I mean, talk about range. I heard he also made another basketball-related manga called Real, which focuses on wheelchair basketball, which is super cool, man. I've never seen anything done like that, man. Inoue is just a cool dude. So I really want to focus on getting into the series next year. I know that Viz releases them in these Viz Big formats, and it's super cool because it has a mural on the spines that come together when you have them all. And it's just super cool, bro. I would love to have that on my shelf. It would be front and center on all my videos, man. I would show that off. I'd be so proud of it. And of course, I've heard the story is absolutely amazing and the artwork is fantastic. So I'm excited to finally get into Vagabond. And now we get to number 1, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, number 1 is not going to be shocking. It's not going to be any sort of hot take. It's not going to be some outrageous pick. Number 1 for me is Berserk. Yeah, I mean, it's Berserk. So yeah, like I said, not a surprising pick. I know everyone and their third cousin have already read Berserk. I have never read Berserk. I've actually never read it. I've never seen the anime. Never saw the 2016 anime, thank God. Honestly, the only Berserk-related thing that I've seen is the original opening theme. So put your crosses on, nothing will be wrong. Now, obviously, there is much, much more to Berserk than that. And, anytime you hear people discuss the greatest manga of all time, Berserk always seems to come up in the conversation. And so I really, really want to check it out. If I'm going to be serious about this manga thing, I need to read Berserk at some point. Now, it's another situation where some people believe that it used to be good, but it's not that good anymore. And there's arguments online about the different arcs. But I mean, I don't have a horse in this race. I don't know anything about Berserk. So I would be going into it completely fresh, completely blind. And that's the way I like to do things a lot of times. I think it's a lot more enjoyable when you jump into a series that you don't know anything about and just, going along for the ride. So that's what I'm going to do with Berserk. It's definitely at the top of my list for things I want to collect, man. I want to get me some Berserk. I mean, I wish I had something clever to say to end this little top 5 list, man. Again, like, Berserk was kind of the obvious number 1. I guess we're done here. So that's going to do it for my list of the top 5 manga I want to collect in 2021. What kind of series are you guys planning to collect next year? I would love to hear that in the comments section. Or you can always message me on Twitter, Instagram, hit me up on the comment section over there. Let me know there. I'm always active on those sites as well. And go ahead and follow me along on there too. I always post kind of cool stuff on there. You can get updates on new videos and such. But most of all, guys, I hope that every single one of you have a safe and happy holidays. I will be taking a short break for Christmas. And then I'll be picking up next week with new content as we head into the new year. So I'm excited for what's to come. And I hope you guys are happy and enjoying this and enjoying life right now as best you can. And on that note, I am the Architect, and I'll see you in the next video.
Perfect.